Hi everyone! I'd like to start this video by making an announcement. I have decided to change the day of the week once again to Wednesday this time, since I think Wednesday will be a better day for me, energetically as well as, practically. Alright. And also, I would like to announce that I have decided I am going to do astrology readings again. And what I'll do is every last Wednesday of the month I'll do an astrology reading, and every other Wednesday I will do an oracle card reading. So, yeah, I just want to keep things fresh and do those things. So, anyway, we'll start with your Oracle card reading now, and the first deck I'll use is Soul Coaching Oracle Cards by Denise, Linn, and the second deck will be Divine Guidance by Cheryl Harnish. Alright, so Passion is the first card, and it says, I passionately accept and love myself. So, having self-acceptance is super important, and it helps you to actually have more energy, because you'll have more of a zest for life and more love for yourself. And to express that passion makes life more zestful and more exciting. So making sure to love ourselves fully and to honor our feelings and honor what it is we really want in this world. Pay attention to what your heart says, and really express those parts of you that you maybe are sometimes afraid to express. And try to find a nice outlet for that energy. Success. Success fills my life in ways beyond my greatest expectations. So, success is kind of a subjective term in a way. So, for us, or, for ourselves, we have to kind of think about what success looks like to us on an individual level. So, if we are grateful for whatever it is we're grateful for, is what we should really focus on, and it will attract more of that. So whether it's financial freedom we're looking for, or just general satisfaction in what you do, or even a sense of adventure in life, or whatever success looks like for you, be grateful for whatever that is in your life. So, yeah, because success can look like many different things to many different people. So, being grateful for what success you do have in your life will attract more of that to you. Peace. I breathe deeply, knowing that all is well in my universe. So, it's always important to keep peace in your heart, especially when things get to be somewhat chaotic. It's important to find your center when things are getting busy for you, or when unexpected things happen. And taking a deep breath is extremely helpful in centering and grounding yourself once again. And remembering that no matter what happens in our outside circumstances, all is really well in some way. Your soul is always okay. And it's because your soul is eternal. And it's a part of all that is. So when things are looking kind of chaotic or dire in your outward circumstances, always remember that there is a part of you that is always peaceful and always centered and calm. So just trying to find that center in the midst of chaos is what's most important when things are getting a little hectic. Freedom. Boundless freedom surges through me. So, I kind of am looking at this card as like a summer-upper of all of them. So, when you look at these cards, it's showing passion, success, and peace, and freedom. So really, maybe what we're looking for is a sense of freedom. And maybe we can find that freedom by following our passions and finding success within those passions and making sure to find peace as well. So it's important to have a balance of passion and peace. And true freedom is really an internal feeling. It's not necessarily, outward circumstances that determine your freedom. It's how you feel that really determines your freedom. And that freedom to express yourself, that freedom to be you, and just to have that feeling of freedom. So, yeah. And sometimes we look for that freedom in our outward circumstances. And, it's natural to do that because what's inner will be expressed through the outer. So finding that passion within yourself and finding that success within yourself and that sense of peace within yourself will bring that to the outer. Because if you're focusing on what you love, eventually there will be a reward reaped from that. So, yeah. And divine guidance. All right, nice. Okay, this one, I believe this one is called The Nectar of Life, if I remember correctly. And this one is really, or it's about creativity, one of those, but it's definitely a creative energy there's some purples and some greens going on with the orange and the yellow. So I feel like it's about using your visual sense, using vision and a sense of peace and your will to create something that you really want to bring into the world. So, yeah, using your creativity and bringing something to fruition and really enjoying the process of that. So, of course, we know in order to attract something, we have to be it. So, visualization is one of the best ways to start to feel into the vibration of something. So, you start by imagining this, whatever it is you want. And then you start feeling the feelings of what it is you want. And it starts to make you vibrate to that vibration of what you want, thereby attracting what it is you want. So that's the first process. And then the second part of that is making a daily action towards what it is you want. So using your will and your ability to, produce something in the outer world every day will give you that satisfaction, and it'll also, create a ripple effect that, will bring it to you in a more, timely fashion. So, yeah. And this one is called Receiving. So, being gracious for what it is you receive, being grateful for what you receive, and accepting things in a gracious manner, being able to really receive is important to attracting what it is you want. And the best way to do that is to be grateful, obviously, but also just to be receptive, which is kind of, it's more of a state of being. It's kind of a receptivity is kind of clearing away thoughts, clearing away emotions. It's basically cleaning your slate and allowing energies to come to you, whether it's, source energy or just being a part of this process of visualization. So, yeah, once you put those things out there, it's definitely important to be receptive to what it is you are trying to attract. So giving yourself plenty of time to rest is one example, and meditating is a really good example. And then this one is called Happiness, and it kind of looks like a little guy smiling. It also has a little dot here that's really bright and yellow, and that represents you. So when you are happy, it emanates out to others like a ripple effect. So being sure to follow what it is that makes you happy and joyful is what really will make this world a bit happier and more joyful. So if we're all following our joy, the world will just be more joyful in general. So yeah, it is important. Whether you think, sometimes we get an illusion that what, makes us happy is what makes others happy, but the thing is that it all starts with you. So really, if you want the world to be a better place, you have to start by being better to yourself and to, bettering yourself, be the change you wish to see, as, Gandhi says. And yeah, the change will start emanating from you. And this one, I believe it's called something to do with balance, I believe, but I can't exactly remember. And I think it's all about kind of making sure to keep that balance of doing and being, and making sure to keep yourself in balance will help to bring more of what you're looking for, because everything kind of happens in a balancing effect. So if you work too hard all the time, you're going to become exhausted and also maybe a bit stressed out and angry. And if you're resting all the time, you become stagnant and also can become angry. So it's important to keep that balance between doing and being, and making sure to, take care of yourself while also working towards what it is you want. All right, and that sums up your reading for this week. Thank you for watching and liking and subscribing and commenting, and I will talk to you next week on Wednesday. Have a great week.